So here we have e to 1 times 2 plus e to 2 times 3, and then we have e to 1 times 1 plus e to 2 times negative 2, which would be minus e to 2, which still equals this matrix. So then we can see that this entry is equal to this one. So if we have two e11 plus 3e12 equals negative 3, and the same thing, this entry equals 2, this entry equals 2 also, and then this entry equals 1, as you can see. So then, in order to find E, let's use the matrix A. This is A, this part, and put in the two values, the first two values in the first column, 3 and 2, from the matrix in order to determine what is the value of E. So we're going to reduce the matrix A to the identity matrix. So first step we could do is multiply this row by negative 2, which would then give us 2, 3, negative 3, negative 2, 4, negative 4. Then we can add to the second row the first row, and therefore eliminate the first entry of the second row. And we would have 2, 3, negative 3, 0, 7, negative 7. So now we want to, since we're reducing to the identity matrix, we want this to equal 1. So let's divide it by 7. And then we would have, to the second row, divide the second row by 7, and we would have 2, 3, negative 3, 0, 1, negative 1. Alright? And now the next operation we want to do is to get rid of this entry and make it as equal to 0. So we want to subtract from the first row 3 times the second row, because then we would have 3 minus 3, and that would equal 0. So then we have 2 minus 0, it would still be 2. Then we have 3 minus 3, it would be 0. And here negative 3 plus 3, because negative 1 times negative 3 is positive, it would also equal 0. So then the next step, and row 2 remains the same, the next step is to divide row 1 by 2, because we're reducing, and here we have the identity matrix for A, and here we have 2 entries. So therefore, this shows us that E11 is equal to 0, and E12 is equal to negative 1. As a result, we can determine that E is equal, the first 2 entries help us determine the matrix. E is equal to 0, negative 1, 1, 0. This is the answer. This is what E equals, but keep in mind that it is not an elementary matrix because it requires 2 elementary row operations. And that is it for this homework problem. Thank you very much for your time.